Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is currently 9:49 p.m. and it is 54 degrees outside, which is actually a little bit warmer than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be in the 30s or 40s. Alex was at his mom's house. He went there well, he went there to go say hi to her, but then he just stayed there because I was doing my literature meeting on Zoom, and he was on his way home. He just called me and he was like, did you see the moon outside? And I was like, no, I haven't been outside since I started my Zoom meeting. Hold on a second. My phone. Oh. But I don't see the moon anywhere. He was like, oh my gosh, the moon. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see it from here. Well, shoot, hold on a second. Let me back up before I get out of the neighborhood and you guys can see it. It's right over here. Can you see it? Look at that. It's so beautiful. There's like weeping willow trees in our neighborhood and I love it. I wish my cousin just planted a weeping willow tree in her backyard and she's so excited about it. And I'm like, I wish we had a weeping willow tree in our yard. I mean, I guess I could plant one, right? But we had our literature meeting tonight and it was fantastic. We went, it was exactly what I needed. We went like a half an hour over and the reading was just absolutely beautiful. And we all shared like such personal stories and stuff. It just was really great tonight. I mean, it always is, but tonight it was just like exceptionally great. And I just love my friends in that group. I mean, I love all of my friends, but like in that group, it's so real and everybody just like shares such stuff, you know, like just, I don't know. It's just really meaningful. And I always feel so centered afterwards. Yeah, the moon is bright. And now I'm going to go get Tanya for a fountain pop. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do afterwards. I may finish The Summer of '84. I may listen to a little bit of my audiobook. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm hoping tomorrow I get up early enough that I can go and maybe get lunch. If not tomorrow, Wednesday. Either go to Patashu or Ruth's Cafe. I haven't been to Cafe Patashu now in a couple weeks. I'm kind of missing it there. I had on a t-shirt, but it's kind of chilly, so I put on this hoodie instead, which I was going to take with me on the trip. And then I was like, I'm not going to need a hoodie in Miami, and I wish I had taken a hoodie. There was a couple nights that we were out that it was chilly, and that's the second time I've said chilly. Chilly! A summer food? My friend and I used to have this joke about that, but there were a couple nights that we were out that it was colder. It was just kind of like, you know, the wind was colder that I wish I had. Like maybe a zip-up hoodie. The hotel when we were checking out, they had these, well, I got Tanya a hat. That's one of the things I'm showing her. I got myself a blue, I got her a creamish gray one. Everybody at the hotel was wearing these. And so I texted Tanya and I said, would you, because she loves trucker hats like I do. So I said, would you wear this if I got it for you? And see, it says One Hotel on it. And then it's like, I don't know if you can see the color of it, but it's kind of like creamish gray. It's like two-tone. The back is like white mesh. So anyway, I got myself one that has, this part's blue, and then I also got another one just like this because I love these trucker hats. So anyway, I'm gonna give her that tonight. I haven't seen her yet. And Boo and Tucker have been just absolutely amazing all night. They've been so cute. Tucker was sleeping in his bed all night long, and Boo Radley just kept on walking around and kind of adventuring, taking everything in. So, yeah, I wanted to eat earlier, but that was when I didn't leave the house till later, and then I vlogged. And then after I vlogged, I did a review video. I reviewed the Starbucks, and this vlog tonight is probably not gonna be really long. I did the Starbucks Galaxy Lemonade, which I had found on totallythebomb.com, the secret menu, Starbucks secret menu drinks. And then after that, what did I do after that? I came home, and I don't remember what I did. Filmed a drama video, filmed a Peterisms video, which was so nice filming the Peterisms video because I hadn't, you know, filmed one in over, like, I think last Monday was the last day that I posted on that channel. I tried to pre-film a bunch of them, but I just couldn't get them all in. So I was like, hey, I'm just gonna take a break for a week. But I had missed reading the meditations and stuff, and the meditations for today were really, really good. I read both the Melody Beatty books, and then filmed that, got those up, fed the dogs. I think they may have gotten to eat twice today, which I'm sure they're not sad about. Because usually at the kennel, they feed them like earlier in the day. So I think they probably fed them. And then I fed them this evening too. Like about 6, I think it was like 6:40 when I fed them. They didn't seem super hungry, but they did eat all their dinner. So they're tired. They're kind of hoarse too because they bark and they run around, and Tanya said they had so much fun just like running around outside and stuff. And so anyway, yeah, they're back home and everything's back to normal, filming videos and recovery stuff. And tomorrow night I have my home group, and I'm trying to think of what else. Got all my unpacking done today, started laundry, I already talked about that, washing my stuff. Alex has about 100 pairs of socks in the dryer that he washed and dried right before we left. So he's gonna take that stuff out and go through his socks. And I'm going to, then my stuff that's in the wash, I'm gonna put it in the dryer when I get home later. Oh man. I haven't eaten anything today. I honestly thought that I was gonna gain a ton of weight while I was gone because I ate so horribly. And like last night on the plane, I got a big thing of M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, to like the big container of them, you know what I'm talking about? And then I also got those, I don't know what those crackers are called, but they're the cheddar jack ones. They're just like you know, like just Cheez-Its or whatever, or something like that. And I ate those on the plane, but that was all I had. Well, on the beach we had nachos yesterday, so that was all I had. And then today I ate my leftover crackers and the M&Ms. And yeah, the moon is really pretty. Now you can really see it. On camera it always shows up so far away, but can you see it? It's so pretty. But I haven't had, like, since those nachos yesterday, I haven't had a meal, and I'm kind of hungry. So I don't know what I'm gonna make. My face is so red. So I don't know what I'm gonna have. I'll get something later. Look at Longhorn Steakhouse on a Monday night. It's packed. Well, not packed, I guess, but it's still pretty busy for almost 10 o'clock. I'm excited. I haven't seen Tanya in over a week. I saw her husband today. He was at the kennel when I went there to go get the dogs. These like frothy drinks. I drank some of this lemonade that I reviewed earlier. I wasn't going to, but I drank some of it because I was thirsty and my coffee was gone. But like these frothy drinks, look at how they get like disgusting if you just let them sit in your car. And then you know what the sad thing is? I'll probably drink a little bit of it. It's real tart though. But hey, when you want something to drink, you want something to drink, you know? I feel so connected tonight, like, spiritually, and I just feel like, I don't know, just really, really connected. Our little group tonight was so good. People shared stuff I really needed to hear. Oh my God, it was so weird because, so like, the meetings have names. I'm trying to think of a meeting. Like, a meeting might have a name, like, I'm gonna make something up, which if anything I make up will probably actually be the name of a meeting somewhere. But like, somebody might have like a meeting name might be like Monday night, way too spiritual, or, you know, Tuesday night, or the Tuesday group of, you know, sober women, or something like that. But a lot of the titles, or the names of the titles, a lot of the names of like the group meanings, or the meeting title, the names of the meetings, a lot of them come from literature. So for example, I'm trying to give an example without breaching anonymity by talking about the text. So for example, like, I don't even know, but they just take something straight from like the literature, right? And then they'll refer to it. And so it'll be like the, you know, who's texting me? Monday meeting of ... right? Or it'll be called, well, the program that I got sober in another program. And, well, I'm not going to say, I think I've said that name before, but I don't think it's directly from the 12-step literature. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So tonight, when I was in the kitchen, I always make coffee for this meeting, so I was making coffee in the Keurig, and I was like trying to pick out whatever coffee cup it's so stupid, but I always pick out like a special coffee cup for my group on Monday nights. And so I have the 2 sailboat cups, which were like my mom's favorite cups. And so I was like, oh, I'm like really missing my mom today. And so, I was thinking about her earlier, and I was like, I'm gonna use one of these cups. And I don't know why this thing keeps on sliding down. It's driving me nuts. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna use one of these cups tonight, make this coffee with my mom, and like, my mom's spirit will be here, and in thought and whatever. So we're reading tonight the literature, and my mom's home group meeting, which is like my Tuesday night meeting, the meeting that like you go to, you make a commitment to. My mom's home group meeting that she went to for years, right? It was in the hold on a second. Okay. The title of her home group, the name of her home group meeting was in the reading tonight. And I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. This is like a God moment, right? I don't know. The later part of today was just like, I talked to my sponsor. I talked to Tanya for a long time on the phone. Got to talk to all of there was like only 5 of us tonight. 4 or 5 of us. There's 5 of us tonight. And, the latter part of the day, I just felt very, very, very spiritual. Who was texting me? I think it's Tanya, so I don't know maybe she's asking me if I'm coming or not. I told her, I think I said 5 minutes. Hold on just a second. She said ETA. She's so funny. Tanya is like, she doesn't text, she texts a lot to different people, but like her texts are always like 1-word things, like fountain, meeting. It'd be like she texted me last night, like real late. She thought I was like out vlogging. She was like, are you awake? And it was like, R space U space awake. No question mark, I don't think. Maybe a question mark. And mine, it's so funny because I text like my dad. I text like full sentences with grammatical, grammar, what do you call it? Punctuation marks and things like that in there, quotation marks. Like, it's like you're reading. Like, I'm like, so, my dad's the same way. My stepmom uses 9 million emojis. Caroline uses emojis too. But like, just to like add on at the end, like my stepmom always says like flowers and little cute stuff. Caroline does the same thing. Alex is all like, he joked in that video that we did the other day that he's a millennial, but he does text like a millennial. Like he'll text like I've had to learn over time what some of this stuff means. Like, by the way, like BTW, I mean, like I'm old school, you know what I mean? Like BTW or like, just like those kinds of things. It's funny because when we first got together, like I wasn't used to like the texting like that, because I just didn't text a lot, and I was new to the K's and the LOLs and all that kind of stuff. So I was, I would text him and I would say, like I would drop him off at work because we were like one car with like the first 6 months that we dated. He got into a car accident this summer before I met him, and like the accident totaled his car, so he didn't have a car at the time. So when we got together, we were a one-car family, and so I would one-car family. Well, we were dating, and I had a car, so anyway, you know. So I would take him to work and stuff like that on the nights that he stayed over, and as soon as I left the parking lot after dropping him off, I would text him have a great day, I'll miss you, or I love you, or I'll miss you, or something like that. And he would text me and he'd say, "Kay." And I would go ballistic. I would be like, what does this mean? Hey, okay, whatever, you know? And he totally didn't mean it that way, right? But then it was so funny because I would say to him, because, you know, of course I'm super romantical back in the day, I would say to him, you know, I literally would drop him off, and 5 minutes later, you know, once I got home or whatever, I would text him and I would say, "Hey, I miss you." And he would be like, "Hey." And so I would say it to him later. I'd be like, "I can't believe you didn't say anything." He'd be like, "I literally just spent the entire, night with you, and you texted me, 5 or 10 minutes after you dropped me off, I miss you. I just saw you, you know?" Oh, God. Well, we undid that in counseling. I no longer text that kind of stuff. But no, and the other thing that we had to, this was a big one for us that we just, the counselor suggested was, we couldn't throw things out there through text. You know, if one of us was working or doing something, for the other person to text and say, "I'm really upset about this, and we'll talk about this when we get home." Because then, if that happened at 10 a.m. and, you know, let's say one of us didn't get done till 6, that means we had to wait 8 hours to have that conversation, which then meant the other person was completely stressed out because they're waiting for 8 hours to have that conversation. Or the other thing is that we would argue through text, right? I have no clue when the last time we even had any argumentative words through a text message, because we just our counselor was no more. If you can't, you're either going to say, and it wasn't fair to say to the other person either, we need to talk about this tonight, because then you make the other person apprehensive. It's you wait till you're in, you know, face to face with that person and say, "Hey, can we talk for a second?" And you always talk places that are non-territorial, the bedroom. You don't talk in the bedroom. The bedroom should be where you both feel safe to go to bed and get up in the morning, and where you're having sex and you're being intimate and holding each other and kissing. You should never have arguments in the bedroom. That was a big one too. These are all simple things that, you know, you just don't really think of sometimes, but they're big things. But the text messaging, I mean, we would argue back and forth paragraphs. Have you ever done that? And I learned this too, getting into an argument with somebody, I don't ever argue a text anymore. I just, you know, if I feel strongly enough that I need to say it, I need to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, "Hey, can we talk for a minute?" Or "Can I come over?" or whatever. And you know, that little piece of advice has really saved my life. I mean, it's eliminated arguments, because now I look at things and I'm thinking, is it really an argument that I want to have? You know, whatever. And Alex and I never say, you know, hurtful things to each other or argue through text messages anymore, because it's pointless, you know? All right, well, I'm gonna go pick up Tanya Jean, and I will be back in just a little while. Bye. I'm back. Did you miss me? I mean, for you, I was gone for a second, right? Gone a second. Got my fountain pop. I usually always get diet. It was funny because on the video that I did with Alex, where we did this or that, somebody said Coke or Pepsi, and I said Diet Pepsi. I said or, because I like Diet Pepsi, but I like regular Coke. I don't like regular Pepsi at all. And somebody said, "Then how does that account for all the Diet Cokes you had or something on the trip?" Well, it's because they didn't have Diet Pepsi. It was, I mean, when you go to a restaurant, it's usually Coke or Pepsi. You know, it's you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. I would have loved to have had Diet Pepsi, but they didn't have Diet Pepsi at most of the places that we went. So, anyway, tonight I got a Dr. Pepper, though. I don't know why. I was just kind of craving a Dr. Pepper, but now I wish I had gotten a Diet Pepsi. I mean, it's not bad. It's just I wish I had Diet Pepsi. So anyway, Tanya loved her hat. And I think I'm gonna drive for a little bit, vlog. I'm not gonna vlog for much longer because I don't really have tons to talk about. And then I'm going to, this lip balm is so nice. I like, the last day, I like split my lip a little bit right here from it being chapped. This lip balm, this Sol de Janeiro, is so nice. I took all of these hydrating, those Neutrogena hydrating face masks. Alex used one like the first night. But like those little like containers, you know, you can get them at like, I always get them at the Meijer. I think they have them at the Walmart too. They're like $2.99 for one, and I can get like 2 or 3 uses out of one. They're so nice. They smell a little chemical. They smell like chemical, like skincare. But I actually like the smell of them because it smells really clean. But I didn't use them when I was down there, so I have all those left, and I have a couple other. Which is the other one that I have? It's not, it's like the, it comes in like watermelon, and it's like in a little glass jar. I don't know what the brand, I was gonna say. It's something Glow, I think. I was gonna say Glam Glow, but it's not Glam Glow, but I really like that. And then somebody had sent us, Alex and I, the Laneige lip. I already had them, like the bigger containers of it. But somebody sent us a while ago, probably like 6 months ago, the small versions of it. And so Alex took his and I took mine of the, I did use that one night, I think. But I don't know why I didn't use that stuff. I just was like, wanting to just get into bed and go to sleep. I slept really well on this trip. I was just telling Tanya that, it's like, that, Alex has our like thing programmed so that when we go to bed now, it's like the thunderstorm comes on, and it's like, well, ocean sounds or thunderstorms, and it's so nice. But I am like out like that. Like I fall asleep so quick to it. And Tanya's like, they say it works. I'm like, who's they? But it really does. Like, I mean, I am really like so out of it when I sleep or when I go to sleep, and it's so nice. That I love that he fixed that. But we listened to it on the trip too, and I was just so relaxed in bed every night. It was so nice. We were talking last night because I was like, our bed is so comfortable, and he was like, we really do have a comfortable bed. We do. Actually did that as a sponsorship a couple years ago. They sent us that mattress, and Alex and I did a video about it together. It was a Helix mattress. It says, I don't think my code works anymore. Actually, that's not true. Somebody, not too long ago, they commented on a video, or they sent me an email, and they said that they went back and they found my code, and they used it, and they got 10% off their mattress or whatever. I think they said that. So maybe it does still work. I don't know. I don't remember what my code is on there. I would have to go back and look at the video. But that mattress is fantastic. I mean, I'm sure it's very similar to any of those mattresses that come and then you like take it out and then it kind of like, you know, fills up. I think they're all very similar. But the one that we picked, you actually could get online, and like if there's 2 people sleeping on the bed like us, you could design how you wanted each side to be different. And the guy was like swinging over, like trying to get over here because he realized he was going the wrong way. But anyway, you got to go online and you could like make it firm or soft, like percentage wise, and like hot or cold and whatever on your sides. You get to go in there and like very specifically, you know, design it. It was really cool to do. But anyway, our mattress is so comfortable. It's so comfortable. I was actually looking at this catalog that we're getting like a lot of catalogs in the mail. I'm not really sure if it's because I've been ordering stuff or what, but it's this brand Parachute that's for Crate and Barrel, and they have really cool sheets and stuff. And I'm like, for summer, we got the duvet cover. I want to go and get a bunch of white pillows, and I want a really soft pair of white sheets. We already, like, I think we got light gray sheets, but I want like white sheets and white pillows, so the whole bed is like all white, you know? I think that would be nice to get into every night, like a hotel room bed. I always sleep well in hotels. I love hotels. If the moon is full or not tonight, but it looks almost full. Like maybe last night or tomorrow night it was full. I don't know. Like maybe looks almost full. I don't know what I'm going to read after I finish this Dexter book. I might just keep on reading it. They kind of remind me a little bit of Diana Rowland's My Life as a White Trash Zombie. If you guys ever read, we read it for the first year of True Crime Book Club was actually just Peter's book club, and we read just all kinds of books that year. It was supposed to be like cult classic books, and that was one of the books that we read because I had heard good things about it, and it was really, really good. I actually read the first and the second one. I think Mel has read the whole series, and she loved it. There's like 6 books in the series, and so it's about this woman that becomes a zombie, and then she ends up like secretly she's a zombie, and she ends up working for like the coroner or something, like maybe, I can't remember, it's been forever since there's like these 2 lights up here in the sky that are just kind of like, they look like helicopters or planes or something, but they're like really low. I wonder what they are. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to read next. I've got a bunch of books that are already downloaded that look pretty good. Oh my god, I have to pick my April book for Peter's Book Club, actually. Well, I still need to read March's True Crime Book Club. That's probably what I'll listen to next. People Who Eat Darkness. Mel, when she started it, said she liked it. It was pretty good. So I'll probably read that next. Because we're not having our book club this Sunday because it's Easter. We're having it the following Sunday. So I still have a week to read it. Mel and I were texting a lot while I was gone. I miss her. This church right here, I know so many people. You guys look, this is a church. This is called I-Town Church. Look at that church, it's huge. It's like a warehouse. Looks like a Costco. Do you see how big that church is? I know so many people that go to that church. There's like not that many people on the road tonight. It is kind of weird being home, like Indiana. Yes, but Indianapolis is like kind of slow. Always, like even on the weekends, but throughout the week, definitely. And it's like in Miami, it's like there's always something going on, you know? Mike's Hard Lemonade, it's so funny that Mike's Hard Lemonade seltzer, there was a bulletin board. There was just a bulletin board. There was just a billboard for it. You know what's so funny is when that stuff came out, this doesn't happen very often, but like as an alcoholic or an addict, you're always wanting to, like, you know, when you're using, try new things and whatever. But I hadn't really experienced that for like a really long time. Like it was like, I mean, for me, I was like, beer is beer, wine's wine, you know, whatever. Liquor-wise, I had tried everything. But when that came out, that Mike's Hard Lemonade, and so many people have been like, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know why, but that was like one of the, because when I got sober, there were like, there was none of this stuff that you see like at the Walmart and stuff now in the liquor aisle. There was none of this like whiskey in a jar or like mudslides in a can. I mean, there really wasn't anything that different. Although my mom did get martinis for 2, and she would get them in a little can. So there was like that. Gimlets, Jane. Probably gimlets or, you know, Manhattans or something like that. But as far as like really different stuff, there really wasn't that kind of different stuff, you know? And so when Mike's Hard Lemonade, I mean, like as different as you would get would be some kind of like even Boone's Farm, like wine really wasn't that different. Purple Passion back in the day we used to drink in high school. Do you guys remember that? It was like Everclear and Fruit Punch. I don't think they make it anymore. But other than that, there really wasn't anything that was that different. And as different as you could get, it was kind of like maybe some brand of or flavor of like a wine cooler, but like those Bartles and James wine coolers. Do you remember this? But like who really cared? You know what I mean? It wasn't, what is going on? It wasn't really that exciting. And so when Mike's Hard Lemonade came out, I can remember like seeing ads for it, and I'd be like, oh my god, I really want to try this, you know? And that was like one of the first things ever that, like, there's been only, like, I could count on one hand the things that have come out where I've been like, that would be cool to try. Another one was one night Tanya and I were walking through, I think it was Target. Does Target sell alcohol? I think it was Target. And they had these little kegs of Heineken. And oh my God, we both like were walking and we like turned and they were like up by the registers, and we both like turned and saw them and we were like, oh my God, little kegs for just one or two people, like, oh my gosh. And but very rarely do I see stuff like that that I think like that would be like fun to try or I can't have, you know, or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the Dexter book. I'm like halfway through it. They're good. I started watching the TV show, but I was so tired of that, well, the TV show, I think it's on Amazon Prime. Did Mel tell me she told me it was on Amazon Prime. I started watching it there. You can watch it for free on Amazon Prime. I started watching it. It's good. It follows the book. But I was so tired that night that I just was like, I don't feel like watching a whole lot more of it. So I didn't. Oh, man. I still have about 35 minutes. I might, like, figure out something to eat here before, like, the stores close. Because I don't think a bag of chips is just going to cut it tonight. Bag of chips on RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Now, I'm only 2 episodes in, so if she becomes real problematic or something, like, I don't know about that. But, first of all, I think that's a cute name for a drag queen. Second of all, she's hilarious. I like her. I really like all of them on the show. Like, it's different than the regular RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, some of the queens on RuPaul's Drag Race can be really cutthroat. Like, the UK version, like, they seem a lot more supportive of each other. But this season that we're watching of RuPaul's Drag Race now, they seem rather supportive of each other. They're really, like, 13, the US version, 13, I think it is. Like, they seem pretty nice to each other, pretty supportive. But if you like the regular seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race and you haven't watched the UK one, it's literally no different, you guys. Like, it's almost exactly the same, except for the queens are from the UK. Which, if I had known that earlier, I probably would have watched it a lot sooner. Because, I mean, it's almost exactly the same. I'm, like, really into it. Now, tomorrow, depending on when I get up and I get out of the house, I'm going to maybe get something to eat early. That way I won't have to eat later. And get lunch. I might go to Ruth's Cafe and get they have the last time I went there, I got a grilled cheese on challah bread and tomato soup, and then I got it's called a lefse, I think. It's like a crepe, and it's just got like cinnamon and sugar inside of it, and then you pour like syrup over it. You can get Nutella in it and different kinds of jelly and stuff like that. It's really good. Or different kinds of jam or whatever. I don't know which one there. There's other stuff that you can get inside of it, but like Nutella is one of them that they said we also suggest that you can try Nutella. But anyway, I usually get one of those to start in a coffee. Well, my grilled cheese tasted different, and I couldn't figure out why. And I just said to her, grilled cheese on challah bread. Well, they have like 4 different kinds of grilled cheeses. And the grilled cheese I usually always get is called Grandma's Secret. Like Grandma, G-R-A-M-M-A''S. G-R-A-M-M-A''S. Secret, Grandma's Secret. And it's Velveeta. And this was just regular cheese, and I kind of wondered why it tasted different. I was like, this tastes different than what I usually, I mean, it was still good, but I was like, this tastes different than what I usually get. And it's because it wasn't Grandma's Secret. It wasn't Velveeta. So I'm kind of craving that, so I may get that. I may go there tomorrow and get that. Do you know what show I can't get out of my head? I keep on thinking about. It's like, I'll watch things, and I, like, RuPaul's Drag Race UK, kind of, like, there was something, somebody was talking about they were talking about coming out to their parents and who was in the closet and who wasn't, who came out to their parents as drag queens and who wasn't. And it really got me thinking about that show, It's a Sin, that I watched on HBO Max. That show is so good. That show and The Undoing are two shows that have really like lingered with me and made me think about things. So if you're looking for new shows, I would definitely, and they're both like really hard to watch. And not hard to watch, but they're just very serious topics. So It's a Sin, if you haven't seen it, it's with the AIDS crisis in the late 80s in England, or in the UK, London. That show is fantastic. It's phenomenal and important too. And then I would also highly recommend The Undoing, which so many of you said, oh, we've been telling you to watch that. We've been telling you to watch that. And I know you have, and I just didn't. So, but it really is that good. It really, really is. And so I'm so glad that I started watching it. Well, I'm glad I watched it and finished it. And Hillbilly Elegy was fantastic too. I think that I was going to start Beneath Her Eyes or Beneath Her Eyes. I was going to, is that what it's called? That car. Behind Her Eyes or Beneath Her Eyes. I think it's called Beneath Her Eyes. I read the book by Sarah Pinborough. I was going to start it, but it's like 6 episodes or 8 episodes. I think 6. And it's another like serious dramaticals drama, and I was like, I cannot watch another drama right now. Like, I need to watch something a little fun and a little like that's why I watched Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. I don't know, maybe some people would like that. I thought it was stupid, but Reba McEntire and Morgan Freeman do have cameo roles in it, which is kind of funny. There's a couple cameo roles in it other than them, but those are 2 of them that I think are funny. It's not that it's so bad, it's just like the humor in it was just corny humor. It just wasn't even like, I don't know, it just was corny. It was super corny. Like, I don't want to tell you guys in case you watch it, I don't want to ruin it for you, but like, well, the whole thing is kind of centered around they're wearing culottes. Like, the movie starts, and it starts with a definition of what culottes are. And through the whole movie, they're always referencing, like, their culottes. And, like, they should wear their evening culottes. And it's just so corny. It's just dumb. I mean, there were a couple of funny scenes, but it's so dumb, it's, like, not even... It's like, am I really watching this? Did I say Reba McEntire? Yeah, Reba McEntire makes... she looks great in the movie, too. I love Reba McEntire. Fancy. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. My favorite Reba McEntire song, I think, is One Promise Too Late. The one you came along, one promise too late. Came along, one promise too late. I love country music so much. Tanya and I used to drive around listening to Whiskey Lullaby all the time. I think it's Alison Krauss, and I can't remember who the other person is, but I love that song. Kenny Chesney, Tim McGraw, Billy Currington. He's probably my favorite male country singer. Well, Kenny Chesney I really like too. And I like the old school, like, female country singers. Dolly, I love. Loretta Lynn. Emmylou Harris. Oh, my God. If you needed me, I would come to you. I would cross the sea for to ease your pain. My dad used to listen to that all the time when I was a little kid, the Emmylou Harris. Oh my God, it's so fantastic. I think she's like one of Loretta Lynn's cousins or something. Or niece, I don't know. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off here now. I know this is short tonight, but I'm going to get off here now, and my battery is halfway mark anyway, so it's going to probably be dying soon, but I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to listen to my audiobook and just relax for the rest of the evening. So it's so great to be back in the car. I know I vlogged earlier today and posted that. Oh, I haven't posted it yet. I need to post that too. But anyway, I just want to say I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday. I love you. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. I hope you're having an amazing Tuesday. And let's say my other things real quick. Like I also always say, practice random acts of kindness, but also like Also, like I always say, practice random acts of kindness, but also, like I always say, don't tell anyone, just do it because it's the right thing to do. And I already said, most importantly, no, I already said, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Anybody, just text them, call them. Also, like I always say, practice random acts of kindness, but also, like I always say, don't tell anyone, just do it because it's the right thing to do. Let's put some kindness, love, forgiveness, tolerance, understanding, hope, faith, and courage, awe, wonder, amazement, grace, but most importantly, love. Like it out there into the world. Like it says in the 4 agreements, always lead with love. And I love you guys so much. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Have an amazing Tuesday. I love you guys. Bye. Love ya!